So, Recco, that a bit surprisingly only finished second in the group behind Barceloneta in the prelims. Now facing the third place team of the other group, Ferencvaros. Ferencvaros have never managed to beat Recco. And now they are hungry for another medal. Well, so far Barceloneta, Novi Belgrade and Vujagmeni have managed to go through to the semi-final. And now the teams are being introduced here to the crowd. So Alexander Ivovic, still the captain, the great Montenegrin in the Pro Recco side. Marco Del Lungo, the first choice goalkeeper. Francesco Di Fulvio. They have a Hungarian international. Here he is, Gergő Zalanki, the left-hander, member of the Hungarian national team. Number 4, Giacomo Canella. Then our younger, another former Ferencvaros player in the number 5, the Australian, Andrea Fondelli. Nicolas Presciutti, the younger brother of Christian, the Brescia player. Gonzalo Echenique, Velotto, Lonchar, Ben Hellock, and Tommaso Negri. And the former great player, Sandro Sukno, the head coach of the team, who is in his debut season managed to win the title last year. Dénes Valga, the great captain of the Ferencvaros team. Daniel Szakonyi with the number 1 cap. Erik Molnár, the number 2. Zoltán Paul, coming from the youth ranks of Ferencvaros. Never played in any other teams during his career. Daniel Merkulov, the Russian. Greek international Stylianos Argyropoulos, Ádám Nagy, Gergő Fekete, Vendel Vigvári, Toni Németh, Szilárd Jansik, Luca Damonte, and the goalkeeper Soma Fogel, the hero of the 2020 European Championship final. And the two referees, Mr. Vojin Putnikovic from Serbia and Mr. David Gomez from Spain.
Sorry, the captain of the team is Varga Dench.
So, once again, I would say Recco is maybe a slight favorite of this encounter. They are always the favorites of the title, so many think that they have the biggest chance to clinch the gold medal once again. But Ferencvaros could cause an upset, just like Vujagmeni. The Greeks have managed to do that against Brescia. So only one Italian team could be in the semi-final in case of Recco win. Here's Sandro Sukno, who had to retire from the active play very early, actually at the age of 28, due to some heart problems. And he's the team list of Ferencvaros, a team of Zsolt Varga. And here he is, the Olympic champion of the Sydney Games in 2000, Zsolt Varga, who's been the head coach of Ferencvaros since 2013. In the first season, he had to fight against relegation from the Hungarian First Division, would you believe or not? But in recent years, Ferencvaros have become not only the powerhouse of the Hungarian water polo, men's water polo, but also of Europe, one of the best teams of Europe. And the green and whites try to stop Pro Recco this time. Both teams have clinched the gold medal in the national championship. Pro Recco beating Brescia in the final. Ferencvaros beats OSC Budapest in the Hungarian championship final. And also in the Hungarian Cup final. So on home soil they have the gold medals, just like the Italians, but now they try to reach another medal in the international circuit. Well, Ferencvaros finished third in Group B in their prelims behind Brescia and Novi Belgrade, ahead of Hugh Dubrovnik. Regarding Recco, they finished behind Barceloneta, second place in Group A, ahead of Olympiacos. They had to win against the Greeks in the last round of the prelims, and they've managed to do that coming from behind. They were trailing by 4 goals already. For each other, and let's enjoy the game. That was the instruction coming from Dénes Varga, the captain of the Ferencvaros team. Now also the team talk kept by Alexander Ivovic. So Recco finished second, ahead of Olympiacos and Viagmeni. Jadran Split, Radnički, Dinamo Tbilisi and Vasco Hanover were the other participants of that group. So this time Recco will play in the white caps and Ferencvaros in the black caps, officially the blue ones, but seemingly it would be the black caps for the Hungarian champion. And here's Gergő Zalanki, the Hungarian international of Recco, who will try to clinch the ball in the first swim off. So 10-7 in the semi-final for Recco last year, 9-6 for Recco in the final 2 years ago, 13-all draw in the 2019-2020 season, and 9-6 and 13-7, 2 comfortable wins in the 2018-2019 Champions League season. Two former Ferencvaros players in the Recco squad, not only Gergő Zalanki but also Australian Aaron Younger. And Younger could be the first player in men's water polo who could win the Champions League title in 4 successive seasons. In 2019 he won with Ferencvaros, the last 2 editions with Recco. No other players have managed to do that. And what's more, he also won the Champions League title in 2017 with Szolnok, so that could be title number 5 in total for him. So the first swim off. And it's won by Gergő Zalanki. So Recco has the first possession. Andrea Fondelli tries to find a teammate. Fouled by the Hungarian number 6, Adam Nagy. Fondelli, the Recco number 6. See Fondelli, the pass to the center forward, a great defensive move by Daniil Merkulov, the Russian international. There's the first offensive play for Ferencvaros. Merkulov. That's a free throw for Ferencvaros. And what an action shot goal! 53 seconds into this game and Daniil Merkulov takes the lead for Ferencvaros. So that was a surprise for the Italian goalkeeper, Marco Del Lungo. Ferencvaros have the lead now. Zalanki. And there's the equalizer immediately. So another action shot goal. Promising start in this match. And Andrea Fondelli finds the back of the net. So now Recco 1, Ferencvaros van. Maybe a slight edge by Soma Fogel, Ferencvaros goalkeeper, but that didn't turn to be enough to make the save. So that's goal number 13 for Fondelli in this Champions League season. And the first exclusion foul of the game, and now it's a 6-on-5 situation for Ferencvaros. Now Dénes Varga with the ball. Nicolas Presciutti is out for 20 seconds. And this time the crossbar saves Recco, so a missed chance by Ferencvaros. And the score remains 1-1. And the Italians are now pushing forward to turn the score. Aleksandar Ivovic looking for a teammate. It's Gergő Zanánki, Fondelli. And once again an action shot goal. And the goal scorer is Benjamin Hallock, the American, who finds the back of the net. Former Pan American Games winner with the Team USA in 2019 in Lima. Olympic participant, finished 6th with the Americans in Tokyo. Ben Haddock. So Recco managed to turn the score. Nice 2-1 for the Italians. Dénes Varga. Merkulov. That's a great move. But the ball was not inside. Somehow Marco Del Lungo have managed to make the save. Let's check this once again. Yeah, with the help of the crossbar and also the left post. That was against the rules of physics, I should say. Now the first exclusion foul in the Ferencvaros side, so Recco have now the extra man advantage. And it's actually an Italian of the Hungarian team, Luca Damonte, who is out for 20 seconds. Fondelli. Echenike. And it's a power play goal. And Aaron Younger against his former team finds the back of the net and double the lead.
The third goal for Recco, player number 5, Younger Aaron John.
So here is the Australian with goal number 19 in the tournament. 4 years ago he was celebrating with the Ferencvaros players in Hanover, the end of the final year tournament. And since then he's won 2 titles with Recco, of course. An exclusion from Recco. Alessandro Velotto is out for 20 seconds. Vigvari. Fekete. There's another exclusion, so now double advantage for Ferencvaros. But they interrupted the 2-meter rule, so it remains 3-1, a missed chance for the Hungarian champion. It's almost halfway through the first quarter. It's Aaron Younger who is keeping the ball. Echenike. Echenike hitting the post. So, and a chance for Ferencvaros to reduce the gap. Damonte. Adam Nagy. That's a long pass forward, and the goal was empty, and Ferencvaros have managed to take advantage of that. That's goal number 2 for them. Marco Del Lungo moved out of his goal. That was a risky pass by Adam Nagy, but in the end,
The second goal for Ferencvaros, player number 8.
it was a great assist. And Wendel Vigvari on the score sheet now. Vigvari, whose younger brother, Vince, of course, another professional water polo player, playing in OSC Budapest. Ecsenica. Very defensive play by Ferencvaros, and Fekete had the possession. So the chance for the Hungarians to make the equalizer. We are heading for the last 3 minutes of quarter number 1. Damonte. An intrusion from Recco. Once again, an extra man advantage for Ferencvaros. And Luka Lončar is out now.
For Recco, player number 11, Lončar.
And a fantastic save by Marco Del Lungo. Gergő Fekete was denied, but that's a corner throw, and Ferencvaros still have 3 seconds to do something in this power play situation. Del Lungo with another save, and now Recco have the possession. And Gergő Zalanki is pushing forward with the ball. And Zalanki once again. Well, he shoots. He's fouled, and now that's a free throw that could be dangerous for Ferencvaros. One more pass. Canella gets the call. 1 second on the shot clock. So, it remains 3-2. The last 2 minutes of the first quarter. Nagy. Luca Damonte keeping the ball and waiting for the call, and it comes. So that's another extra man advantage for Ferencvaros. Francesco Di Fulvio has to leave the pool for 20 seconds. And once again, with the help of the crossbar, Marco Del Lungo manages to make the save. That was actually save number 4 by the Recco goalkeeper. And the last minute of the first period, Gergő Zalanki, and the deflected shot, great block by the Ferencvaros players, but the Italians still have the possession. They got the free throw. Canella, last year's MVP of this final tournament. The shot goes wide, and still 26 seconds to go. Giacomo Canella, who had a brilliant final 8 last year here at the April 11th pool. Damonte, Ádám Nagy, Erik Molnár, nice Dénes Varga. Varga is fouled. 8 seconds. Now only 3 seconds left on the clock, and Dénes Varga with the latest attempt. And that's the end of quarter number 1. Gergő Fekete with some problems with Gergő Zalánki, the compatriot of the Recco side, but in the end it's Recco 3, Ferencvaros 2 in the first quarter. Some tension in the water, that's understandable. The semi-final is at stake now here in the Champions League. So let's check the first quarter statistics. Only 25% shot efficiency for Ferencvaros, 42% for Recco. Couple of missed extra player situations by the Hungarians. Only 1 personal foul in the Hungarian team. Well, regarding the matches in the prelims, Recco had 12 wins, 2 losses, scored 192 goals and conceded 102 times. Ferencvaros had 8 wins, 1 draw and 5 losses, 148 goals, and they conceded 141 times. Well, many say that this season it's really very strong field in the final tournament, 8 strong teams, and we have many. The Greek silver medalists have just proved that against Brescia, causing an upset against the Italian silver medalist. So there are no dark horses or outsiders. Everyone could beat anyone, so Ferencvaros will try to defeat the record title holders, Pro Recco. And now they are trailing by 1 goal after the first quarter. Here's Szilárd Jansik, ready for action, and Gergő Zalánki once again for the swim-off. He just won the first one. And also this time, so 2-0 in the sprints for Recco, 3-2 the score for the Italians. Fondelli. Younger. Fondelli. Zalánki. And the first exclusion foul of the second quarter, and now Recco have the extra man advantage. So Daniil Merkulov is out. Fondelli, Zalánki, Younger, and the ball is inside. Well, Schoma Vogel almost managed to make the save, but in the end it's goal number 2 for Aaron Younger.
Fourth goal for Pro Recco, player number 5, Aaron John.
That's a great finish by the Australian. He started his European career in the team of Szeged in Hungary, actually in 2010. Also played in Croatia, in Dubrovnik. Then became the player of Ferencvaros, of course. Then Lungo with the latest save. Save number 5. Argyropoulos. That's a low pass, and exclusion from Recco this time. Well, the Ferencvaros players try to find the back of the net after the exclusion of Alessandro Velotto. And they have the power play. Dinesh Varga. And De Lungo once again with the save. All improving performance by the Recco goalkeeper. Now they have the counter opportunity. But they only managed to hit the post, so Giacomo Cannella missed the chance. Still 4-2. Dinesh Varga. Merkulov. Varga. Merkulov. Merkulov misses the target. Ferencvaros are yet to score in the second quarter. Now is the captain, Alexander Ivovic, who passes the ball to Aaron Younger, who hits the crossbar. Still 4-2. Only one goal in the second quarter, actually scored by Aaron Younger. Varga. Jasik. Merkulov. And a lob shot in the very last second of this offensive play. Easily saved by Marco Del Lungo. Fondelli. Zalanki. And that's a turnover foul. Luka Lončar complaining about the call. So it's Recco 4, Ferencvaros 2. Only one single goal in the second period. Daniel Merkulov keeping the ball. Jasik. And that's the latest exclusion foul. So once again, an extra man advantage for Ferencvaros. Luka Lončar is out for 20 seconds. That's his second personal foul already. Dinesh Varga also missing the target. Varga. And another missed power play for Ferencvaros. That's too much for the Hungarians. Still 4-2. So 7 personal fouls already in the Italian squad and 2 in Ferencvaros. But this time, exclusion from Ferencvaros. Sinadi Jasik moves out. Zalanki. Echenike. Zalanki. Once again the Italian number 8, and now it's goal number 5 for Recco. And finally Giacomo Cannella manages to find the back of the net. That was his third attempt.
Fifth goal for Recco, player number 4, Cannella.
No chance at all for Shoma Fogel to make the save. And Fogel is without a single save so far. Goal number 17 in the tournament for Cannella. Varga. Argyropoulos. Dinesh Varga. And another save by Del Lungo. And a turnover and a chance for Francesco Di Fulvio to score. But Choma Fogel with a sensational save, and that's his first today. How about that? Still 5-2. Merkulov. But the Ferencvaros team desperately need a goal. Only 2 goals in 40 minutes. And they are losing the ball once again. Di Fulvio. Nicolas Presciutti. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Ivovic. Shot from distance. Comfortable save by Choma Fogel. Argyropoulos. And now we are heading for the last minute of the first half. Free throw for Ferencvaros. Merkulov. And now a turnover foul. So the possession goes to Recco. Now we are inside the last minute. Presciutti. Zalanki. Zalanki, and the save by Fogel. 3 saves in succession by the Hungarian goalkeeper. But that's not enough. Ferencvaros haven't managed to score for a while now. Not even a single goal in the second quarter. So they need to improve on the offensive performance. Varga. No foul on Dinesh Varga, and that's the end of quarter number 2.
Half time, the result is 5-2.
So it was 3-2 for Recco after the first quarter. 2 goals coming from the Italian side in the second one, and Ferencvaros haven't managed to score. So let's check the halftime statistics. Only 13% the shot efficiency for Ferencvaros. No extra player goals. Recco have managed to score from all 3 situations in the power play. Seven personal fouls in Recco, 3 in Ferencvaros, 2 steals each, 1 block shot each. Only 1 player in the field who has managed to score more than once, and it's Australian Aaron Younger, the former Ferencvaros but current Recco player. 2 goals to his name. Well, actually, Zsolt Varga had a really emotional farewell match on home soil recently on the Margaret Island. Ferencvaros played their last group match in the prelims against Sabadell, not in the Komjadi pool as usual, but on the Margaret Island. And the fans were celebrating Zsolt Varga, who leaves Ferencvaros in a couple of days now and will solely focus on the Hungarian national team. Well, last year at the European Championships, that was his first major tournament with the Hungarians, when they finished as silver medalists, Tamás Menz, the former head coach of the Hungarian team, was sacked after the poor performance of the World Championships last year in Budapest. But a young Hungarian team in Split in September managed to go through to the final, and they were so close to beat also the host team Croatia. That's a great performance by the Hungarians. And here's Sandor Sukno, the young coach of Recco, who of course won the Champions League title himself. In 2012 as a player, and last year of course as a coach. So conceding only 5 times the first half of the match against Recco, it's okay, but scoring only twice, that's a serious problem for Ferencvaros regarding the offensive play. But finally they managed to clinch the ball and a swim off, so 2-1 in the sprint for the Italians. Vigvari. Zoltán Paul gets the call. Argyropoulos. Shot from tight angle coming from Zoltán Paul, and it's easily saved by Marco Del Lungo. Really impressive goalkeeping performance. 11 saves out of 13 attempts at his goal, almost 85% save efficiency. That's exclusion foul number 1 in the third quarter. So Zoltán Paul is out for 20 seconds. It's a double advantage for Recco, another exclusion. Also Szilárd Jancsik is out. So 6-on-5 situation, 6-on-4 situation I should say. But they missed the chance. Well, Recco had a 100% record in the extra play situations before that situation. Actually, this time the crossbar saves Ferencvaros. Argyropoulos. Vigvari. Nagy. And the foul on Jancsik, who was in the center forward position. And now power play for Ferencvaros. So, Nicolas Presciutti with his second personal foul. Nagy. Argyropoulos. Vigvari. For seconds on the shot clock, and the power play goal for Ferencvaros. So, finally they managed to find the back of the net. That was not easy for them. A goalless second period, and now it's Gergő Fekete who reduces the gap. The man who came from UVS in 2020 was also a member of the Hungarian team, which finished second last year at the European Championships. And all credit to the Hungarian fans. In this heavy rain, they are absolutely behind their team. Seven seconds on the shot clock now. Recco with this long distance shot. They missed the target. And the chance for Ferencvaros to reduce the gap to only one single goal. Dénes Varga. Vigvari. Merkulov. Seven seconds on the shot clock. They need to do something now. They're pretty far away from the Italian goal. Shot from distance. Another easy save by Del Lungo. A dozen saves by the Recco #1 goalkeeper. And Merkulov, remember, took the lead for Ferencvaros, but that was his 5th unsuccessful attempt since then. Still 5-3. Varga. Vigvari. Dénes Varga. Varga finds Merkulov. Now the latest exclusion foul. So 6 on 5 for Ferencvaros. Alessandro Velotto is out now. Varga. Adam Nagy. That's double exclusion. So 6 on 4 this time for Ferencvaros. And they score. Ben Hellock was the excluded player after Velotto. And now Daniel Merkulov with goal number 2 to his name. And it's tight once again. Only a 1 goal gap in favor of Pro Recco.
4th goal for Ferencvaros, player number 4, Merkulov then.
And what's more, Alessandro Velotto is out of the game with his final exclusion. Well, many expected that Recco and Brescia would meet in the semi-finals. That would be a real disappointment for the Italians if that would happen in the lower-ranking semi-finals. Brescia already lost to Viagmeni, surprisingly. Now they have the extra man advantage. Zoltán Paul is out now with his 2nd personal foul. Zalanki. And Zalanki scores against his former team. And regains the 2-goal lead for Pro Recco.
6th goal for Pro Recco, player number 3, Zalanki.
Zalanki, who started his career in his hometown Eger, then became the player of OSC, then Szolnok and Ferencvaros before joining Pro Recco 2 years ago. He was the Champions League top scorer last year. And he converted the decisive penalty against Novi Belgrade, of course, in the final. Varga. Now, Varga still without a single goal. That was attempt number 6 by the captain. Eceriche inside the last 3 minutes of the 3rd quarter. The shot goes wide. Luca Da Monte gets the call. Argyropoulos, Varga, Da Monte, still Luca Da Monte, and now the exclusion. And it's Francesco Di Fulvio. latest major foul. Argyropoulos. And saved by Marco Del Lungo. Another missed chance by Ferencvaros. And the score remains 6-4 for Recco. Now 8 seconds on the shot clock. And an action shot goal by the Italians. So once again they have the free goal lead, and it's again Gergő Zanánky on the score sheet. Now for the second time. 2 goals from Younger and 2 goals from Zanánky, the 2 former Ferencvaros players. So 2 goals from Ferencvaros in the third quarter, but then came the 2 answers by the Italians. So it's now 2 goals apiece in the third period. Damonte. Seven seconds on the shot clock. Merkulov and Del Lungo with save number 14. Now we are inside the last minute of the quarter. Younger. It's a turnover foul. So one more chance for Ferencvaros to reduce the gap before the end of the third period. Damonte. Twenty seconds to go, 9 seconds on the shot clock. Adam Nagy gets the call. Exclusion, but only 2 seconds. No, actually only 12 seconds left on the clock. So one last chance for Ferencvaros. That's a risky pass. Merkulov. Nagy. And not a single shot, not a single attempt from this power play. So 2 goals apiece in the third quarter, and it's still a 3 goal difference in favor of Pro Recco, just like it was at half time. Slight improvement in the shot efficiency, but it's still only 18% for Ferencvaros, 33 for Pro Recco. There's the third quarter statistics. 12 personal fouls already in Pro Recco, and remember Alessandro Bellotto is already out of the game. 6 personal fouls in the Hungarian team. Francesco Di Fulvio, Nicolas Presciutti and Luca Lonchar with 2 personal fouls to their names, just like Zoltán Paul and Szilárd Jancsik in Ferencvaros. So Recco won their championship title number 35 a couple of weeks ago against Brescia. They had a really busy preparation time for this final tournament. They beat Brescia twice in the Serie A Uno final, And then came the match, the decisive match in the group phase of the Champions League against Olympiacos, which they had to win actually to clinch spot number 2. Sandro Sukno said that could be an advantage as well for them. Many thought that Recco would be maybe a bit tired, more tired than other teams, other participants of the final 8. But Sukno thinks that these difficult matches could go in favor of them as well. So quarter number 4, 3-goal lead for Recco. Players are ready for the last swim off, and it's Wendel Vigvari from Ferencvaros who will swim for the ball. And Francesco Di Fulvio from Recco. There's a last swim off. And it's won by Recco, so they have the first possession. Tacenica, Fondelli, and that was an offensive foul, so now Ferencvaros are pushing forward to reduce the gap. Vigvari, Jasik, back to Wendel Vigvari. Fekete. Only 5 seconds left on the shot clock. And Ferencvaros missed the target. They are younger. Another turnover foul. No goals so far in the last quarter. Ferencvaros are still in the contest, but they have a difficult task. They're trailing by 3 goals against the title holder. Varga. Once again, only 4 seconds left on the shot clock. Still Varga. Varga hitting the post. So this time Marco Del Lungo needed some luck as well to survive in this situation. Fondelli. Zolanki. An exclusion foul committed against Luka Lonchar. Denis Varga is the excluded player. He's the first personal foul, and Sandro Sukno is called for a timeout. So 35 championship titles, 17 Coppa Italia titles to Recco, and also 10 Champions League titles, of course. And they are ready to clinch the gold medal once again. Well, it happened in the late 60s for the last time when a team, it was Mlada Zagreb actually, managed to win the title 3 times in succession between 1968 and 1970. Recco could win the title in 3 successive years. They haven't managed to score. And in the Ferencvaros goal, Daniel Szakonyi made his first save. Szakonyi replaced Soma Fogel in the goal of the Hungarian champions. Vigmari. And the Ferencvaros lost the ball. So 3 minutes gone from the last quarter. And this period is still goalless, but Recco keeping the 3-goal lead. Younger. Di Fulvio. It's a free throw for Recco. And the lob shot into the net. That's a great goal by the Recco number 7, Nicolas Presciutti. The younger brother of Cristian Presciutti, the player of Brescia. And Szakonyi is beaten for the first time. So for the first time it's a 4-goal gap in favor of Recco. Now Ádám Nagy. Damonte. Nagy. Nagy, 7 seconds on the shot clock, and Ferencvaros have lost the ball once again. So at the midpoint of the last quarter, Recco have the comfortable lead. Presciutti. Now turnover foul. No, it's an exclusion foul, so the Italians have the power play now. So Ádám Nagy, the number 6 of the Hungarian team, is out. Shot goes wide. It remains 8-4. And Ferencvaros are running out of time. Little more than 3 minutes onto the clock, and they are trailing by 4 goals. They haven't scored a single goal in the last quarter so far. Hall. Great block. Damonte. Another block. Giacomo Canella produced that. Argyropoulos. Merkulov. Damonte. The foul on the center forward, Tony Niemet. Now the extra man advantage for Ferencvaros. So the last 3 minutes. Giacomo Canella is out now. Damonte. Argyropoulos. Excellent defensive play by the Italians. This time Echenike producing the block. Merkulov. And the deflection Well, that's a perfect defensive play, I should say, by Recco. 5 blocked shots by the Italians. Fodelli. Exclusion once again. So the 6-on-5 situation for Recco inside the last 2 minutes of the game. There's the last quarter-final here in Belgrade, the final tournament, and Luca Da Monte, the Italian international of Ferencvaros, is out now. This time the Italians missed the chance. 1 single goal in the last quarter. Now the timeout called by Zsolt Varga. Not only an Olympic champion, of course, winning the Sydney Games in the year of 2000 with the Hungarians, but a 2-time European champion as well, Zsolt Varga. Won the title in 97 and 99, Seville and Florence as well. Almost 300 caps to his name in the Hungarian national team as a player. Also played in Italy, the teams of Savona, Cremona and Posillipo. So he speaks Italian, actually. Da Monte. Jasik. Argyropoulos. That's a low pass. And a chance for Ferencvaros, but De Lungo with save number 16. Would you believe or not? That's really amazing. 80% save efficiency by Marco De Lungo. That's the best goalkeeping performance so far in the tournament. And now the last minute of the last quarter-final. No call this time. And Sacconi finds the teammate Luca Da Monte. Adam Nagy. Jasik. And De Lungo once again. No words for that. To the last couple of seconds of the game, and Recco once again in the semi-final of the final tournament, and they are on their way to retain the title, and they are on their way to clinch the title for the 3rd successive season. So thanks to the goals of Gergő Zalanki and Aaron Younger, among others, Recco defeat Ferencvaros once again, just like in last year's semi-final and in the final 2 years ago. And now that means we have all the semi-finalists. Barceloneta will meet Novi Belgrade tomorrow for the final, and Guglielmeni, the surprise team of the competition, will meet Pro Recco also in the semi-final. Ferencvaros will play for the lower rankings. There's the full-time statistics. Well, in the end, only a 12% shot efficiency for Ferencvaros, 33% for Recco. Total of 22 personal fouls. 5 block shots by the Italians. So the top scorers of the match, Zalanki and Younger, the two former Ferencvaros players, scoring twice for Recco, and Merkulov scoring also twice for Ferencvaros.